I don't wanna hear a peep, let the boss talk.
I be speaking for the trenches, this that boss talk.
White sneaks, no crease, how the boss walk.
I be shooting from the logo, this that boss talk.
I don't want the middleman, hit the boss up.
She gon' make it shake more, cause her boss talk.
Stayed down, made a plan, had the boss up.
Lil dip with the lean, this how boss walk. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss when it comes to that talking, all them words that are lost. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss, like Harden with the moves, I'ma shimmy when you fall.
Choose to do what everybody doing, I ain't basic. And I want it all, no cap, that's a statement. What's understood ain't gotta be explained, understatement. They let us all chill in wrong water, I ain't drinking.
Welcome to Boss Talk with Josh and
Quise.
Yeah, we're live and direct, man. We here. It's been a long time coming, Quise. It's something that we've been having in the works.
Yeah, long time.
And now we here, you know.
Talked about it for a minute.
We giving the people what they want, you know. This is Boss Talk with Josh and Quise. We are here, live entertainment, authentic conversations with anything sports, music, the culture, pop culture, anything that's relevant. We here to break it down, giving you motivation and game at the same time, you know. Quise, this is Boss Talk, right?
Boss Talk.
Yeah.
Boss Talk. Tell them what Boss Talk about.
Well, I'm going to ask you, what does it mean to be a boss? Because that's where we got to start at. This is Boss Talk, and we are both bosses. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is our own stuff right here. We own this. You know what I mean? This is Boss Talk.
Boss
you know?
Talk.
We own our content. So we're bosses in our own right, but what does it mean to be a boss? Tell the people what it means to be a boss.
I feel like to be a boss, that's something that starts mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand who you are as a person, and respect yourself as a person, to carry yourself a certain way.
Right.
And once you realize that, and you crown yourself as that king or queen, you feel what I'm saying? You walk a different way, you talk a different way, and you move a different way. You require your lifestyle to be a certain way. You see what I'm saying? And you're not going to make it working for somebody else. You got to be your own boss. Whether you are working for somebody else, not pushing the 9 to 5, not knocking the 9 to 5 at all. But what I mean by that is, you got to be working toward being your own boss every single day.
Yeah, you got to stand on your own too at the end of the day, right? So the definition of a boss, according to Google, is a person who's in charge, or a worker, group, or organization. The adjective for it, you know, a lot of times we use it as something excellent or outstanding. Like that was a boss move, you know. That shot block, that was a boss move. That, you know, that touchdown was a boss move. That record deal, that was a boss move. You know, that platinum album, boss move. You know, so this is what we're doing here. We're bringing all of that into podcast form. You know what I'm saying? This is something where we're talking about, you know, everything under the umbrellas of entertainment, like we said, and we are bosses, and we're going to bring people on that are bosses too in their own right. You know, in their own lanes, respective fields, you know. Quise, what else do you feel like people you want to tell the people about Boss Talk that they can expect from here on out?
The truth, man. Everything real. Everything gonna be authentic. You know, it's gonna be, you know, me and you, telling the people what they already know.
Yeah.
Verifying it.
That's right.
Verifying the right things morally. You feel what I'm saying? As well as sports. We're going to be doing a whole lot of sports talk. Shoot, all my gamblers out there, we're going to be doing a little bit of that too.
That's right.
A little bit of talking about it. We ain't promoting anything at all. Just talking about it. Whole lot of real talk. Sports talk. You know, the culture, music, artists.
Yeah, we're going to have the hottest people on too as well. We're going to stand on our own too. And talk about content, you know, like we're personality driven, but we're gonna have, like you said, bosses in their own respective lanes in the music. So we'll have like DJs on, or artists, or in the sports lane we'll have athletes, football, basketball. You know, you have anybody on there, anybody that is relevant to the culture. We having them on. You got a message. You know what I'm saying? You want to tell the people something. You want to tell your story. This is a platform for that, you know, as well.
So, anybody that's a boss.
Anybody that's a boss.
In their respective way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's a boss in their respective lane, anybody who just carrying it the right way, making sure that, every day is better than the last one.
Don't come on here if you ain't ready to talk real.
You gotta boss
You know
up.
what I mean? Authentic boss up. This is the boss's circle right here,
talk.
man. It's the boss's circle.
Boss talk, yeah.
Guys, this is a celebration, man. Seriously, we just gotta clap it up because this is a celebration. We made it to 2022. If you are here right now listening to this, you are a boss. You made it.
You're a boss. You made it.
You know what I'm saying?
Believe in yourself.
It's gonna be a hell of a year. Stay tuned. Ride out with us. It's gonna be a lot of great content, a lot of surprises on the way. This ain't no regular pod. I'm gonna tell you now. You're gonna see some stuff coming up, but
don't sleep.
Yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep at all.
And we're gonna have everybody on here.
Exactly.
Men, women,
yes.
Whatever.
Children, whatever.
Yeah,
teenagers.
You're a boss in your respective lane, in your respective culture.
We're gonna have you on.
You deserve it.
So before we get into even go further with this, just to let y'all know, we do not agree with everything. So you're going to see us go at it, on this and make it a little heated. We just going to be authentic like we be on the phone, like we be in person. In the sports, I am an Eagles fan. I am a Sixers fan. He's all New England, Boston. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Celtics and Patriots. I like the Phillies and the Flyers, but,
So we're rivals in those lanes. So which means when it comes to those, hey, you already know we're probably going to be back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But on anything, we always don't really agree, So it's going to come up with interesting perspectives. But Quise, we got to just tell the people, we got to start off from the top two with the Super Bowl. We fresh off the Super Bowl at that, man. It was a hell of a game, a hell of a time, a hell of an experience, We're going to break it down because, honestly, me and you actually haven't talked about it yet.
We haven't.
So,
we haven't.
And
this is very well marinated.
and we got Joey in the studio. You're kind of the reason why we haven't talked about this in a way, too, right?
Let me tell a story for those who do not know. Let me tell you what I had to go through, man. I was out on a date. It was Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make it to the game. They mad at me.
Yeah, rightfully so. Because you said you was gonna come and you didn't come and you didn't experience the Super Bowl with us. But it's okay.
I booked it too wrong time.
He was on timeout for 72 hours.
They blocked me for 3
According
days.
to Joey, that's what we did. We stood on our own 10 toes with that. But
they ain't play the game with me. They ain't do nothing with me. I was
no
iced
calls,
out.
no nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't even. It could have been an emergency.
Man, so since we had a chance, we got a chance now. Quise, we know the Rams won. Why did the Rams win the Super Bowl?
All right, first, since they wasn't here for this argument, I'm going to put out there, I did like the Bengals.
Yes.
I did like the Bengals.
Put that out there. I'm glad he said it. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let him say it.
I like the Bengals. I still like the Bengals. I feel like they should have won that game. They gave them a fight, though. They gave them a fight. And what I did like about that game was L.A. was able to do it without a good run game.
Right.
They had a good run game the whole playoffs. Yeah. I thought that would save them if they was going to win, and that's why I didn't like them. But I thought Bengals did a good job of shutting down the run. And then when OBJ went out, I thought it was definitely looking good.
Yeah, you thought it was. It kind of was. It kind of
was. It was looking shaky. The guy that came in, the replacement came in, he dropped a couple balls.
Yeah.
But then he made some big plays. So he made up for it, I guess. And the Bengals just couldn't pull it through. It was a close game, tight one. It was a good one, though.
They keep it simple. They didn't win because they couldn't bang with the pass rush. You couldn't bang with Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? That pass rush came alive in the second half. The first half, y'all held Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd and Von Miller and all them boys. But the second half, it started getting real settled in. They had 7 sacks on Joe Burrow. That's why you lost. You didn't have the same time that you couldn't get comfortable like you wanted to, like you was earlier. So that pass rush coupled with the Rams knowing on offense, we don't got OBJ no more, and he was killing it. We just got Cooper Kupp. Well, let's go what works. Let's use our guy Cooper Kupp. They didn't go away. It didn't matter if it was double team, triple team. We're going to make it work. We're going to do runs with him. We're going to do him coming across the middle, put him in all. He played all 3 different wide receiver spots across the field, which made it hard for them to defend. And then I don't know if you know, Quise, they on that last play, right? On the last touchdown, that was actually an OBJ type of play. So they actually had him doing what OBJ would have done, like them little fades and things like that too. So you just work your best player. That's what they knew.
Real physical.
Yeah, work your best player in the pass rush on defense. That sealed the game for him at the end of the day. And then, Matthew Stafford is a better fourth quarter quarterback than Joe Burrow because he's had that experience throughout the years. So I think that's what sealed the deal for the Rams, and they just wasn't trying to be denied. They couldn't lose in L.A. in their own stadium. You fans there, the halftime show was a whole L.A. Bowl. You know, if you lost that, man, it would have been over for them.
Yeah, it was definitely another home one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of cheating, but
the second one straight. The only two ever, actually, too, at that. But Quise, we know the Rams won. They're the Super Bowl champs. Bengals lost. They're two successful teams. Where do you see them going from there?
All right. Well, first, before I get anything, I do want to give a shout out to Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is the boss.
Amazing season.
He's a boss.
He broke records in 1 year that people did along their career.
Yes.
In different years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did it all in 1 year, and that's like, he doesn't get enough of that. He doesn't get enough credit for that. So, shout out to him.
Triple Crown King.
Yeah, I feel like the Rams they know the method. It's a new method in the NFL. You load up.
Yeah.
You load up. Tom Brady did it like LeBron, and he won and almost won again. So, it's load up. They loaded up, and what I like about the Bengals is they wasn't loaded, and they were solid.
Yeah.
And I like them for years to come. I think they're going to get better. I think Bates is going to get better. I think Burrow is going to get better. Jamar Chase is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Joe
Mixon's getting better.
Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like that's a team to be scared of. And they definitely made their mark. They did what they had to do.
They did.
And they're going to continue to go on. So
they're going to be a force in the AFC is what you're saying?
Yeah, they definitely going to give some people some hard times. Some hard times in the AFC.
What about the Rams?
The Rams going to keep doing them in the NFC as long as they stay stacked.
Yeah.
Sean McVay is good for it, though. He takes chances, gets who he wants, and that's why he's going to keep a job. He get who he want. He stay relevant.
Yeah, he builds on based on – he changes his scheme based on the players as well, too. Mm-hmm. So that's people that last. I agree with you. The Rams are going to continue to be a force, especially now that Brady retired. You're going to have Matthew Stafford. And as long as you keep the guys together, sign the guys you need, make sure Aaron Donald come back as he contemplating retirement and all. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come back. But long as y'all keep the band together, y'all going to be good. And the Bengals, hey, we never seen them get into this position. We did not think they would be in the Super Bowl. Anybody that said they think they would have been in the Super Bowl, they're lying. Not even Bengals fans thought that. So I see the Bengals being a force to come. Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, he is bull for sure.
Said he like Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, I like him in the AFC going against the Pat Mahomes of the world, the Josh Allens. He's going to be relevant anyway, and the team is good, and they have a running game. They got a lot of young weapons. You know that the average year of their team is 26 years. You know what I'm saying? So they're young as a whole.
That's going to last for a little bit.
For sure. Some of them didn't even get their second contracts yet.
Right.
So you're going to be set. All you got to do is just buckle down and do what you got to do. Especially Joe Burrow. He's got the it factor. You know what I'm saying? He don't buckle. He be composed, and no matter if he's down 21 or up 14, he's the same. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that through the whole season, playoffs and all.
Another thing too,
is
moving forward for the NFC, it might be a totally different look.
Yeah, it could be.
The quarterback is going crazy.
We don't know. We don't know at all what's going on. Especially now, it's up in the air. Because what's it called? Rodgers and Russell, those guys, you don't know what's going on. Just Jimmy Garoppolo can get traded. Looks like he is going to. So we don't know what's about to happen over there. So, guys, I think that we agree that on this one we agree that they're both going to still be successful for years to come. So, but he's now on to the off season. It's the off season. Shout out to J. Cole, the offseason, right? But it's the
Shout out to J.
offseason.
Cole.
Yeah, this is where the groundwork starts for you to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think is the biggest storyline this offseason? Because there's plenty of storylines, so much to digest in this offseason. But what is the biggest storyline in your opinion?
I say Russell Wilson. I say Russell Wilson.
Why is that?
I feel like because I say Russell Wilson because of his dynamic play. Him being on the market right now, is scary when you got a lot of teams like the Washington Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
That sounds hard to say.
I don't think they even got talked about on the podcast yet, so we're the first to talk about them on the pod. So shout out to the Washington Commanders.
We the Soldier Boys of that one.
Yeah.
we did that first. We said Commanders first. For everybody in the world, we're going to remember this day. We said Commanders first.
Yes,
shout out to us, Boss Talk.
Yeah.
You got teams like that can make a move and do something real scary. It could change the entire league. A move like that shifts the dynamic of an entire league. A move like that is bigger than the Aaron Rodgers move to me.
Wow. Russell is young. Russell has known to put teams on his back, and we don't know where he's going to go. He's dancing with being on another team. There's plenty of teams, like since last year, there's plenty of teams that have asked about him or inquired about him. So we just don't know what's about to happen. But I agree, that's a big story because, he can change the swing in another team. Like you said, Commanders could be a very good team.
Commanders, you got Pittsburgh.
You got
teams he can go to.
You got the Eagles if they want to just self-destruct and just, get rid of Hurts and just get Russell. Because if you get Russell, you
got Hurts times 5.
You feel me? Yeah. You got a guy that's a Super Bowl champ, somebody that is ready to win now, wants another ring, that just wants to win. And that's a solid team around on the Eagles. So that's, it's plenty of places he could go.
And what I'm most scared of is the quarterback swaps that are possible this year.
For sure.
It's so many quarterbacks on the market for various reasons, not even really wanting to be on the market.
Yeah.
Like GM wise, you know what I'm saying? But like forced hands that are gonna deal some scary stuff this year. Like imagine if someone got swapped with the Texans.
Oh yeah.
That puts the Texans in a conversation depending on who that quarterback is. The defense played good this year, toward the end of the year. They got some young players look good on offense.
Lovie Smith there.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
You could scare somebody like just making a QB swap.
You could.
It's a dangerous offseason.
It's for sure.
Quarterbacks, it's very dangerous.
My biggest storyline is surrounding the quarterbacks too. Honestly, where Aaron Rodgers is going to go, that's my guy. I've been told you that like the Packers is going to win the Super Bowl for the last 2-3 years because of him, and wherever, if he stays on Green Bay, I'm still going to buckle down and say that they will win the Super Bowl as well. But, if Rodgers go, that's another swing, you know what I'm saying, power swing for sure.
Power swing.
Because it's going to cripple the Packers. The Packers are not a good team, as a good team without him. So, but if he goes to another team, let's say like the Broncos or whatever, that automatically puts them in the contention because you got Aaron Rodgers around a bunch of young weapons and a good defense that just needs a quarterback, somebody that hasn't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying? So where Rodgers go, if he leaves, that's big because he's been on the team for 17 years. We don't know A-Rod not being on the Packers. So if he leaves, that is huge. And what does that do for the rest of that division? You know what I'm saying? Who wins that division? And then if he goes to a division, say like to go with the Broncos, that AFC West, that's crazy because you'll face Pat Mahomes twice a year. You know what I mean? So you'll have a lot of great football. So we really don't know. But I agree with you. It's the quarterbacks, and it's just about which quarterback you picking. Is it Russell or is it him? Another quarterback we're not even talking about is Deshaun Watson.
Right. And that's what I said about the swap.
If he goes to any team, that is raps. According to my sources, you're gonna hear that a lot this year too.
He has some very good sources.
According to my sources, Tampa Bay may be trying to make a play for Deshaun Watson. So,
staying relevant.
They have no Brady no more. they want to stay relevant. You just now got used to winning. You just don't want to go back to losing. So it's like, oh, yeah, let me get Deshaun Watson. Bruce Arians, could you really use that? You got the weapons that you have there, the defense. I think Deshaun Watson will like that. The summertime, the good weather, the no taxes and everything. So, hey, that's something to look out for, too.
Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. Another thing I want to say about the Rodgers move is what's scary about that move, why I'm so scared of that move is because what if a team gets a 2-for-1 special? Devontae Adams is free as well.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah,
that could change the dynamic in any team.
Yeah,
I was thinking about teams like the Giants. I'm really scared for that division to get a quarterback with the play of the Cowboys. I feel like any quarterback right now jumping into that division
could take it over.
For sure. A good quarterback.
Yeah, because the Cowboys going to fail.
The Cowboys are just
to do that.
They're failing.
They fold.
They give it up every time. They'll start off good and they'll give it up every time. So a player, if Rodgers was to go to the Giants, even without Devontae Adams, he could shake something up over there.
He would, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got any quarterback right now.
Yeah,
any stamped quarterback going that division right now, he got an opportunity.
Change the whole dynamic of things.
Opportunity. That's all he's looking for.
Well, I guess we just gonna see what happens with that. We'll know a lot of that stuff in like next month. So that's the beauty of that. Not even next month, but a couple weeks away. So it's going to get very real with the quarterbacks, with the offseason period, free agency coming up. And guess what, guys? We'll be here to break it all down on Boss Talk. You feel what I'm saying? Every week. You know? Quise, we got to transition and pivot to, we still in the football. We got to pivot to something that's very important right now because this is something that we also do on Boss Talk. Like, we talk about important topics. It ain't even just about, who's better with this or what team should this person go to or which team we're going to win this game. It's not even just all about that. It's about some serious, hard-hitting topics, that's impactful. So we know recently in the news, Brian Flores, the former coach of the Miami Dolphins, he has filed a lawsuit against the NFL because of basically racism, discrimination, and everything. Because your coach, Bill Belichick, was texting Brian Flores and basically was like, "Yo, I think you got that Giants job," and he like, "You really think I got it? Like, I really like." He wants the job. He wanted it, of course, and basically, but Bill Belichick made a mistake. He thought he was talking to Brian Dable, not Brian Flores, and that was their coach now that they hired, the Giants. So it's like, whoa, wait a minute. How did he know that guy was going to get hired or whatever, and Brian Flores didn't even have his interview yet until that later on that day or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how did he know that? So it's talks behind closed doors about favoritism and hiring people that look like you. We know how it is in the NFL right now. So and then we literally don't have too many black coaches, head coaches at that. So he has filed a lawsuit because he faced racism and stuff. Not even just from them, but from the Broncos and and then the Dolphins.
I'm about to say he had some stuff going on with the Dolphins.
They try to pay him to lose, and his integrity said no. So he has filed a lawsuit, and Quise, we just going to talk about the impact of that lawsuit on the league, what that impact will have on the entire NFL. I think it's going to be a big impact. What do you think before I even get into it?
Yeah, what I first want to say is, man, shout out to him.
Shout out Brian Flores.
Brian Flores, man.
You just made a boss move.
That's a boss move. That's very honorable. That's very honorable. And hey, it's Black History Month.
It is Black History Month. Yeah,
it's Black History Month. He did it at the right time.
You need moves like that.
Yeah, that's a boss move. What he did was, I think what he did was change the NFL. For years to come. What I think he did was very comparable to any other person that we respect in Black History Month. He made a move that's going to change everything. Yeah.
I think I agree with you. It's a big move, right?
Yeah, because like now, anybody who hires a black quarterback has to now hire them with respect.
Black coach.
A black coach. You have to give them some respect now. You can't assume that you can pay that man money to lose.
which is disrespectful.
That makes you think what else has been going on. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of stuff.
And moving forward, they're gonna have to. A GM can't make that decision anymore because somebody stood for themselves.
Yeah,
he stood for himself, and that's why I shout out to him. That's why I shout out to him because he stood for something. He did something that's going to change everything. Now, I believe more black coaches will be hired. I do think they will be trusted, but more, and they will be respected more. That's the one I want to speak on the most because a move like that, you got to think twice before you try to play somebody.
Right.
Before you try to get somebody to play themselves.
Respect him.
That man worked his whole life to be where he was at, and for you to think that money is going to change that,
it's crazy.
It's crazy, and that's not honorable. That's not respectable.
He stood on his own too. That's right.
Yeah,
shout out.
Shout out to him. I think he's going to change the game. I think a whole lot of black coaches is going to get hired now, and they're going to be respected to do what they worked their whole life to do.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Brian Flores, man. You going to change the game, man. And the fact that you had, because the first one to do something always has it hardest. So it's the first time it's happened, like a lawsuit on NFL, and you suing the NFL, risk your chance of ever being a head coach ever again, because it's or even working there. But he did get hired by the Steelers as their senior defense assistant and / linebackers coach. So he still got hired, but that move was bold because it could have just ended your whole, you know what I mean? But you did it for the greater good. You said, screw my job and my chance of doing what I love. I'm going to pave the way for people that look like me going forward so they don't have to struggle and go through the same BS because it's not right.
For the culture.
Yeah, that he stood on his own too and did that. And I'm happy because now Goodell has said what he said and really like, it's a problem now. And now with one of the owners on Front Street is now making him to get looked at. And since people on Front Street and you see the elephant is like big as hell in the room now. It has to be addressed. You have to do something to fix it. They have been trying to do they have been taking steps. I will say NFL has, but I think now with this move, it's gonna make it a huge step. Now you'll see more black coaches in position. And the way you'll see that is more black offensive coordinators. You know what I'm saying? More black QB coaches because we know based on history that is the easier path, or the easier path to be a head coach is if you're connected to the quarterbacks or connected to the offense, because that's what looks pretty and stuff to the viewers. And then the quarterbacks nowadays and offenses is so grand now. So you'll see that, and then what you have seen this year, Quise, is there were 2 black GMs that were hired in this process. So since the GMs are black, they're going to be their job is to hire the coaches and bring in the plate personnel and everything. So now you'll have people as in those spaces that look like us that can represent us and now bring that to the room, and they can bring more people that can bring that culture and that flavor to the room. So Brian Flores, shout out to you because that was a balls move, ballsy move. You know what I'm saying? You're a boss for real. So, hey, Brian Flores, we'll love to have you in the boss's circle, man.
Bro, you deserve it.
Come on over and we break it down.
Tell us about it.
Shout out to Mike Tomlin, a black coach, for hiring him and bringing him in because Brian Flores will get a job next year again as a head coach.
Most definitely.
And he was even a finalist for the Texans job even after all of that. But it went to Lovie Smith, another black guy. Lovie Smith was a former head coach, went for the Chicago Bears, went to the Super Bowl. Very decorative resume. So he's well-deserving. So I'm happy for that as well.
Shout out to them for that, man. Shout out to those GMs.
Shout out to them.
And the coaches.
Yeah.
Bring us all in. Bring it in. Because we doing good out here.
That's good.
Deserve it.
Let's clap for that, man. Let's clap for that. Time to talk about this basketball for sure. This is the part that I want to talk about for sure. Why, right? Because we got our guy James Harden is now a Philadelphia 76er. Your guy, James Harden, is on my team.
My guy.
Philadelphia 76ers. You already know. We're going to win a chip. We're going to chip. That's the question. What is our championship odds? I answered it. We're going to win the chip. We're going to have another parade down South Philly, all through Philadelphia, Broad Street, City Hall, all of that, because of James Harden and Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? We already know what I think. I just want to know what you think as a Celtics fan and your man being James Harden. What is our championship odds?
I don't think y'all see one this year, for sure. I think it's pretty open, but I don't see nobody on the East getting it this year.
What?
Just personally. But, whoa, let me say one thing, though. I do got one thing I want to say. We're going to make sure this is live. You know, make sure we tapped in, everybody hear me and all of that, right? Congratulations on y'all, man.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
You heard the cameras. You called it here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again, James Harden.
Yes.
But it's definitely going it's going to be a road dog, but I don't think y'all get one this year. I think y'all look good this year, though.
We look good, though.
Yeah. But I don't see y'all beating us in the playoffs.
Us as in the Boston Celtics?
Us as in the Boston Celtics.
Oh, yeah, y'all wild. You can't stop Embiid. No one can stop him. And you can't stop James Harden. James Harden, Embiid, pick and roll, crazy. Championship chances is through the roof because of the pick and roll. Because of Tobias Harris can now be the third option. Don't got to be the second option. He played better in the Florida offense. You know James set up a lot of them guys like the Korkmazes of the world and the Georges Nans and all those guys with the facilitating. You got the facilitator who can be a shot creator, who can just get you out of a jam if you in a like a drought. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you got Joel Embiid down low or up top. He could be everywhere. He's going to be terrorizing guys. How is the rest of the league going to even bang with that? That's championship chances through the roof. In the East, that is very almost cakewalkish. Almost, kind of. I ain't going to all the way say that, but it's very up there for us. This is the time you make a move like this. Because of James Harden, you got a couple games left into the playoffs. Go on the playoffs and knock off the Bucks, knock off the Heat, knock off the Celtics, and win a chip. By beating everybody in the West. Whoever's at the top.
Nah, I don't see that.
So, championship next year, not this year.
Maybe in the next contract.
Well, that's basically next year. Next year and the next 4 years.
Yeah, somewhere within there.
Well,
I don't see next year.
You know what? I am happy that you at least said that you see a championship coming to Philadelphia.
I mean, I wouldn't hate, you know.
My question is,
what you need something.
What? My question is, what you going to wear to the big dance? I mean, to the parade.
Oh, I was still wearing my Tatum jersey.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get a James Harden jersey while he's here. I think I definitely want one.
It's sturdy. But I sure will get one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one.
I would have ordered here today if it came in the mail. It don't come until April. If I order it now, I mean, ain't no point to order it because
no point.
April.
We're gonna go to a game.
Right.
We're gonna go to a game and see if they
got set it up.
But I think I definitely want one. You know, I'm not a hater of my city. I give y'all props. You know, I like y'all.
Yay.
You know, fun 2K team now. You know. So yeah.
So very James Harden chances our championship chances went through the roof. Mm-hmm. Let's have a fun rest of the season. But hey, we talked about your Celtics. We kind of touched on your Celtics. I want to talk about your team, because your team was dead. They were not alive early. They were dead. But all of a sudden they start coming alive. Like, whoa, the Celtics are a team that nobody's kind of talking about, but we kind of got to talk about them because they're doing good. So, Quise, why have they come to sudden revival?
We settled in with the new coach.
Settled in with your new coach. Okay.
We just settled in with the new coach. You know, he was preaching ball movement. He coached with Pop for the Team USA.
Yeah.
He coached. He got an extensive assistant coaching career. So you know he know how the offense should be played more than these kids we got on our team. He told them what to do. The same. He instilled the same things that the last coach instilled in us, Brad Stevens. And it's just meshing now. He got the pieces he needed, and he even got even more when he grabbed the two pieces toward the end of the deadline.
Derek White and all of them.
And Dice. Getting Dice back.
Daniel Dice.
two players that's going to definitely improve our offense. And he got one of them from the Spurs.
So that's good. Get a pop guy.
Get a pop guy.
I mean, I agree with you. Yeah, the ball movement is the number one thing for sure because everybody knew facing the Celtics, they was an ISO team. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it wasn't Tatum or Brown killing you in that ISO, it was offense was stagnant. You kind of didn't have an answer, but y'all was doing so well with that at one point. So, but yeah, that's really good. Y'all shocking teams with the ball movement. They're like, oh, all of a sudden now they are passing the rock and moving around. Now it's not the same Celtics.
Well, we had it. We had flashes of it, but
y'all was known for.
We was known for ISO ball. It was a curse put on us since Isaiah Thomas. Since he got that MVP, and Brown and Tatum watched him do it,
yeah,
and watched us win.
I mean, they're so good at it. So
he watched us. They watched us win that way. So it's like
just do it.
That was the thing that they thought was going to work when IT left. But the team we got now, we don't need a 30-point scorer.
Nah.
Y'all two getting 25.
Let's play some team ball.
Yeah,
honestly,
we don't need that no more.
Yeah, you right. I mean, we got our Sixers, we got the Celtics. Going forward, Quise, where do you see the seeding for your team, my team, going in this playoffs? Because we got like a little less than 20 games or whatever left, and seedings is about to be real defined. And we about to go in these playoffs. It's about to be real big boy ball coming up. So,
I think I like y'all. Where y'all at right now? 5?
I think we 3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
I like y'all to stay in that range. In that realm. That's a solid place to be. I think Celtics will land. We're at 6 now. I see us getting between 4 and 5. Between 4 and 5.
It's not bad. That's pretty good from coming from 12 to 5 or 4 or 5.
We just went from 12 seed to 6 seed.
It's beautiful.
And we just came off of the last 10 games winning 9 of them. So 9 straight actually. So looking up for us, man. We found out what's working, and we got a break to soak it all in.
You do.
So
y'all going to be 4 or 5. We're going to be staying in that 3 range.
That 3 range might get tricky.
Might get tricky. Okay, all right. So who's 2 and 1 then?
Definitely the Bucks.
Bucks 2, or one of them.
Bucks may get the first seed.
Who's 2?
Y'all or Heat.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Heat fell.
If the Heat fell, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either, honestly, if they fell, but
I wouldn't be surprised if they fell, and I'm not sure who would sneak in there. Maybe us, maybe I think the Raptors fall too.
Yeah. It's the guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brooklyn got back in the mix.
The top 4 is the guys you pretty much mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised if Brooklyn got back in the mix, though. Just picked up Dragic.
Man, let them guys fall. Let them guys fall in the wasteland. They I don't know where they gonna finish at, but that little 12-game losing streak was not it, or whatever it was. It was not it for me. I think that I think we're gonna be 1. Be super honest. The James Harden thing is just gonna make it really crazy. We're gonna be 1, and it's so close. So a couple wins here and there can just separate it. Honestly, I think y'all will be. If I really had to narrow it down, I say y'all be 5. I say y'all go 5, which is a great spot. And anybody that's to the 2 to 3, I think Milwaukee is 2. I think 3 would be Miami, 4 Chicago, and then y'all. That's what I think, in my opinion, which ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
You know what I'm saying? So,
ain't bad. I like Chicago, too.
I think that's a good job.
I actually love Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago's a good job.
Especially healthy. The problem is they missing Ball right now. Man.
Problem is, at the end of the day, they got DeMar DeRozan at the helm, and he will fall to the wasteland, too.
DeMar DeRozan is one of the best players in the East right now. He's one of the best players in the league right now. He's actually MVP candidate right
now. Man, we gonna talk about that man
which
probably
means
next
he's actually as good as Joel Embiid. He actually averaged 30 this month. Without LaMelo Ball.
Oh man, I almost walked out to see he's actually almost good as Joel Embiid.
This year,
Joel Embiid is damn near the best player on the planet right now. He's not playing better.
Second on a power ranking.
DeMar DeRozan can
fourth, maybe.
He can't even. No,
he averaged 30.
He can't tie Joel sneakers.
33 to be exact.
No sir, he's not. Come on,
he averaged 30.
You miss me with that. You got it. We're definitely going to talk about DeMar DeRozan because he's going to force us to talk about him because he's going to fail and he's going to have some struggles and all that. So we'll see.
I want y'all to remember he's one of my picks.
For sure. I've been
preaching this all year.
I wish we had this pod before.
I wish we did too because I actually said that was one of the best pickups. Him and Kelly Oubre in the offseason. I said those the two best pickups.
Crazy.
And they both playing great.
Crazy, man. He's funny, but Quise, man, we talked a lot about the football, basketball, of course, but here at Boss Talk, we also talk about music as well, right?
Music.
We hit all different areas. So sports, music, the culture, and everything.
Culture, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Bosses.
Yeah, the bosses is on
worldwide.
the stage. Yeah, and we had some big bosses on the halftime stage at the Super Bowl. That the culture was on the stage.
Definitely was the culture.
The culture was,
Shout out to NFL for that.
Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar. Like, that was crazy. Crazy.
Whole lot of LA.
The culture on there, and Jay-Z was responsible for that, partner with the NFL. That's the NFL's partnership and everything, right? So, Quise, man, halftime show was a great thing. Going forward, who you want to see on that stage next?
I'm gonna be honest. I like the way they did it this year. Throw a
All-star
collab.
lineup?
Yeah, throw a collab up there. All-star lineup. Give us a couple of
a Hall of Fame lineup, probably.
Yeah, give us a couple of those guys, the top of the list. Matter of fact, you know what? Give us DJ Khaled and let him do it.
He's gonna bring out the stars.
Yeah, let Khaled do it. He ain't gonna come out to rap.
Yeah, you're right. He's not. He's gonna bring everybody.
Yeah, he's gonna bring everybody with him. Let DJ Khaled run it.
He done music with everybody in the business, so pretty much. So
He gonna bring them up.
And he's gonna coordinate and curate them and bring his energy.
We might get Little Baby. We might get Meek. We might get
Yeah,
he might bring Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats out.
For sure, he could. He could do that. Jay-Z, Beyonce could bring a lot of people out. Futures, he got a lot of big names under his belt for sure. The best and the biggest. Everybody. You know how he'd say we the best. I mean, that's solid. I love that. I'll watch it.
How about you? Who you want to see out there?
Man, if it's that stage, we need the biggest. We need a boss out there. One of the biggest bosses out. One of the biggest artists out. Drake.
Drake not.
We need Drake. Drake deserved to be on that stage. You know what I mean? Last year, they had The Weeknd, another Toronto artist, another artist who makes world music. Drake falls in that category, making world music. Got music for everybody. He has a legendary catalog. You know what I mean? And talking about bringing artists, he could bring artists. He had people from Kanye.
Definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? He had the Young Money crew. You feel what I'm saying?
He gonna bring some of the best artists out.
Yeah, the Nicki, the Waynes, the Kendricks. He can go the Coles. He can go Jay-Z. He can go everywhere with it. So, man, that's big.
That's definitely
and
big.
He may do a little dance. He may get a lot of memes and everything.
A whole lot of memes. Definitely a whole lot of memes.
So I think that's a great John. Let's do it, NFL. I think he deserved to be on that stage. I think it's coming. If it's not him, I would definitely do like a Kanye or something because these guys make world music, got them legendary catalogs, and he deserved to be celebrated on them type stages, right? You know?
He would kill that.
So, I mean, speaking of Kanye, this week we got Donda 2 releasing, right?
Donda 2.
By the time y'all hear this, it probably already released. Or it may didn't get released, knowing Kanye. you never know.
He may lag out on this. Make us wait a little bit.
But it's in the news, you know what I'm saying? We talking about it. He got the Donda 2 experience coming out, right? He has the stem player, where his music will only be on the stem player, not on Apple Music, not on these streaming platforms. It's on his stuff. He already made $7 million and everything. Stuff. Yeah, he's very entrepreneurial with it. It's beautiful. Quise, Donda was a great album, very spiritual album. Very emotional, revealing album, vulnerable album. It was a great joint. Grammy nominated. We'll see what it wins when the Grammys come about in a minute. Man, Quise, what would you expect in Donda 2? Because Donda, the first one was great. Donda 2, he's in a different, interesting space now. Only months removed from the first one.
Right.
What you expect?
Life changed. Life changed, and I think we gonna hear that. I think we definitely gonna hear that. We definitely gonna hear that. Definitely gonna hear that.
Bet.
Times changed. Life got different for him. He dealing with the stuff with his wife.
He got stuff with a kind of divorce, whatever, separation.
Wanted to be around the kids and stuff. He got another man.
He facing Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Pete Davidson got another man. Potentially near the kids sometime or whatever. So have it with the wife.
Yeah.
Actually an old friend. So that hurt.
Yeah.
Man, back door. Close the back door.
Close the back door, guys.
Close the back door. But yeah, he got a lot going on, so I think we're gonna hear it.
You're gonna hear all that in music, the vulnerable music again. So
definitely vulnerable.
Back to the Donda thing with as far as vulnerable music. I think it's emotional. I think it's spiritual, of course. I'm kind of interested in is it going to be toxic because of the space he in, or is it just going to be Kanye when it's just very, very revealing and very like authentic and truthful? I guess maybe that's what I expect. Great music. I expect
Always
some of the collaborators from the first one, some of them to repeat and come back, and I expect some new ones to come. Some people that missed out on the first one that wanted to be on the first one is going to be on the second one. I expect some big song from Future and Kanye, because Future is executive producing the album, so I know he had to touch a couple of them bangers, and he's tweeting Ye lyrics and everything, and Future about to have a big year too, so I believe he's gearing up. They're gonna have a big song. That's all I'm gonna say. So, you know what I mean? He brought Ye out on Coachella and all that. They ready. They ready. It's gonna be a good album. It's gonna be a great album.
Great album. Always good music out of him.
I'm ready. I'm hyped.
Having Future a part of this toxic moment.
Yes.
Only brings out another Ye.
Yeah.
Ye got 50 Shades at this point. He split.
Yes.
And we love it.
Love it.
We love it. It's creative.
Donda 2, man. Donda 2. Another platinum album in the works.
Another one.
Quise, this year is going to be a big year. It's February, March coming around the corner, April. We got the spring, summer, all the rest of the year. Quise, what artists are you looking forward to dropping this year?
Okay. Looking forward to, actually, you said it was February. It's Black History Month. I'm looking at some people to drop this month. I'm waiting for I need Kodak Black.
Kodak Black.
I need Kodak Black to drop. I think there's gonna be something else emotional.
Super Gremlin.
Led,
biggest toxic single out.
Shout out to him for that too. I want to hear a little bit of him. I like hearing artists when they come back from jail. I want to see if they learn something. Yeah,
you get smarter.
Yeah,
you get to sit down, right?
And he does every time, and I love that. I love that every time he come back a different person. I don't want him to keep going to jail to come back a different person, but the growth.
We need that.
He got the growth.
We got to see it.
Because he's been around since he was a kid. You know?
Man.
We've seen a lot of growth since then.
Love the music.
As well as him, I want to see No Cap.
No Cap.
No Cap came home recently as well.
It's the Ghetto Angels, right?
Ghetto Angels. I want to see him as well.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think that he got something hot for us. Who else I want to hear? I want to hear Lil Baby.
Yeah.
I think Lil Baby owes us some music. It's been a while.
Hottest man out for real.
Yeah, it's been a while. He owes us some music at this point. So yeah, Lil Baby got to drop something too. He all hits anyway, so we know it's gonna be hot. We waiting on Dirk, of course, whenever that comes.
Supposed to be next month, right?
Yeah, something like that. pushed us back.
7220, right?
He pushed us back that many days.
Yes. Man, that's some good artists, man. I'm looking forward to I'm looking for 21 Savage, man. That's a great artist right here. Talking about growth, just like Kodak Black came out same year. Grew a whole lot. He been around. He been around Cole, got a lot of classic songs with Cole. You know, 2 of them is great. That growth comes with being around artists like that. And Savage Mode 2 was a low key classic, man. Like bump that, you know, to this day. Awesome. He got a lot of great projects as classic, you know, potential or are classics and great music. So I need to see 21 Savage. He been having a great feature run last year. I want to see what he do next. And I'm looking forward to also Kendrick. I Need You, Kendrick. Since 2017, Damn was a great album. You drop classics every time you drop. Damn was such a good album. Last time you dropped Kendrick, I was in my senior year of high school. I am now graduated from college and then doing my first job in my career. So that's awesome. Man, I Need You. So he's dropping. I'm looking forward to Jid coming from the Dreamville camp.
Shout out to Dreamville.
J. Cole's one of his greatest rappers on his team. Cole said that he's the next bull. He's the closest thing to him. Man, you've been doing hot fire. I'm looking forward to your next project. So, and I'm looking forward to Travis too. You know what I'm saying? Utopia. Sicko Mode was a great single. Asteroid was a great album. You've been having bodies of work since I'm high school for me, for real. So I'm really looking forward to what's next. So this year gonna be great. Yeah, this year gonna be great, man. Man, I'm thoroughly excited for this music because it's gonna be great albums, great singles, great projects, great moments dropping, and I'm excited for more sports and just more culture talk, more boss talk, right?
Definitely more boss talk. Everybody you named was a boss. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for.
Man,
boss talk.
This is great. Quise, this is special. This is the first one. The first one done, man.
You needed that.
We want to thank y'all guys because y'all welcome to the Bosses Circle, guys. Welcome. Y'all go along with this journey with us for sure. It's gonna be wonderful.
Wonderful journey.
You know, like we said earlier,
a lot in store for y'all. Y'all don't even know us.
Y'all don't even know what hit.
Yeah, y'all don't even know the half.
You won't know what hit you until it hits you.
Then we got 3 things stepped up, lined up after that.
You gotta know how to look around the corner. So
yeah, we here.
We looking around the corner. We gonna be here every week. You know what I'm saying? Get used to us.
We're here for a long time and a good time.
Yes, you can just support Boss Talk. We got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Follow us on the gram. Follow it. Download us on all the streaming platforms, the Spotify's, the Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the platforms. Wherever you can find your podcast, download us. Find us on the YouTube. Find us on the gram. Follow us. You know what I mean? It's a journey. A lot more stuff coming up, man.
It's a journey. See the growth.
Boss Talk.
It's
Josh.
It's Quise.
And we out.
We out.
See you later. Boss Talk.